Hey YouTube, MrRampro. I wanted to do a quick video on a new acquisition, and this one here is the fixed blade of the fixed blade variety. I know I do a lot of pocket knives and stuff like that, but I'm really getting into a couple of fixed blades, and I wanted a nice utility blade to do some tasks with fishing, cleaning fish and doing stuff like that, where I didn't want to get my pocket knives nasty. And I've had a couple of carbon steel pocket knives that get really gross, and then just the slip joints, they get kind of nasty, and you got to clean everything. So I figured a fixed blade would be the best thing to go with. So we'll see how this works out. Now, this isn't a stainless model; it's made out of a file, so it will take a patina and everything like that. But let's go ahead and get into what it is before I tell you what it's made of. This is a Anza knife. I don't know, let's see if I can get it to focus real quick. There it goes. Anza knives, made in the USA. I've seen these a while ago on the internet, and they seem to be really nice looking. A lot of wood handles and stuff like that. All their knives were made out of files, and they seem to be really reasonably priced, and this one's no exception. This does have a bone handle instead of the wood handle, but you do have a nice polish. This one's called a Sodbuster, and if you've seen my other Sodbuster collection videos, that's kind of what drew me to this particular model, just because they said it was modeled after the Sodbuster, and that's a great utility knife for me, so I figured I would give it a shot and see how it looks. You do have a fairly short blade. I don't have any modern boulders with me other than a couple of slip joints, so let me put some of these out here. That's a 56 Outlaw. And I'm not really going to get into all the open and close things. I am doing this one-handed. Oh, there we go. Sorry. This is the Outlaw, Model 76, and then the boy's knife. Both these from GEC. And you can tell that clearly it's, I think, an 8-inch overall knife, 7 3/4 inch overall, something like that. But you'd have, I think, a little under 4 inches of cutting edge. You've got a really nice shape of the belly, and not a very good size comparison. But I did want to show some basics. So it is a full size, almost like what would be a kitchen knife or something like that. And this will definitely do chores in the kitchen before I take it fishing, just to see how it holds up. But I wanted to show this and let you know too, I found this on the bay, and this was $70. And I think with the amount of detail that went into it, and just the American craftsmanship that you got into it, it really was not a bad deal at all for $70. I've got other fixed blades and stuff like that I've paid well more, and this is right up there with the quality. So this is really nice. The bone looks great. Nice fat wide handle. Got good grip. The blade shape is an awesome utility shape. And the sheath is a nice leather sheath. I prefer leather sheaths just because I hate that the Kydex seems to scratch all the blades up, and especially if you've got ones with mirror polishes and stuff like that, they seem to scratch everything up. But this is a really high quality leather sheath, and this will make it ideal for taking it out in the woods. I might have to figure something out as far as a restraint strap or something like that for this, because my fear is that it'll we're filming in the base of my little porch grill thing, or whatever you call this deal, fire pit deal. But looks like I've gotten it twisted in there. But you can see a little bit of the handle showing, and if that's even right, I don't know if that's all the way in there or not. Doing this one-handed sucks. God, tripods rule. Yeah, alright, well, it is what it is. That's what's sticking out. So you do have a little bit to get a purchase on, and it seems to fit pretty good, so I don't know that I'll have to do any kind of restraint system, but I thought maybe an elastic strap or some kind of cordage or something like that. So if it seems to be an issue, we'll go from there. But this is going to be a really quick video, just kind of showing the new acquisition and all that. And we will definitely do updates and stuff like that on this knife as it goes. It seems like it'll be a really fun user knife. And I've been kind of wanting a boot knife for a while, and I don't know why. But I saw this, and I was like, this would be cool to have, a modified sheath for, and use as a boot knife as well. So, depending on how it works out, I think just a nice utility fixed blade is definitely an asset. And if you're going out doing something, if you're taking the kids apple picking, if you're going fishing, if you're walking around downtown even, I mean, not necessarily in all your duds, but if you're going down for one of the festivals or something like that, there's no harm in carrying something like this just to especially now that we're getting closer to fall and everything, and you'll be wearing a jacket, so it'll kind of be concealed. You can even put this on your belt and stick it in your pocket, and it'll hide the bottom of it. So you do have a couple of different, carry options. You could get into some kind of concealment if you really wanted to. Me personally, I just think it just looks like a really nice utility knife, something that's going to be fun to use, and it's going to look really classy. The white bone and the mirror polish look really great. I'm sure that they'll, all this will take on a patina anyways, and change in color, but I think that right now it looks really clean. You can see there's major reflection going on there. It looks really nice. You do have a little stamp here. It says Anza USA and then 13 in parentheses. That doesn't really have to do anything with the size. This is well under 13 inches overall, so I'm really not sure. Maybe it's a pattern number 13 or something like that, but pretty cool. Nice place to put your tangs, put your stamp anyways, kind of out of the way. Makes the blade look really clean and sterile. You can see the old file pieces here, or the old file marks, or whatever you call it, in the original metal. Looks really nice. I like how they took it out of a polish and then left it back in the blade. Nice and uniform looking. Looks really cool. I would imagine that these handles are probably epoxied on, and the file work on the sides obviously adds to that. So I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. I would guess it doesn't look like there's no pins that you can see or any holes that they filled in. So anyways, yeah, I'll let you guys know and give you a better update as time goes on. So check it out. Like I said, this model here only cost me $70 off the bat. I just put a bid in, and wanted to see what would happen with it, and definitely pleased with it. So at that price point, I can't complain at all. Check them out, and let me know what you think. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.